de eja me no eye adesua na no yesua Sabbath school no ebaye me ma me bi rezie na adwene yese etwase yesua na penifo sase ne mensambra back na mensani yensambe sua eno proper enti don hwe ba ko ne efa ye ba bedi no ebedi nkomo serious issues enti ene adesua nkasa nti no enema bi ho na me de beka ho a enye se bia me ma wadwuma ye obebre na mom se obetumi enyantiase a ese fatantina enema hodo a ye beka nyina no ewo honom enti no the sons of God and the son of God it is a plural and na son of God Senkeye niswo animu na me no wahia wa sorry dem de ankebe more interactive ka mebusa won sem na won so waka won de eno ne betumi aboa ama mahu the line etwase me kono yo nkrofo bi bra wo platform yi so anya medom so masua enwoma omoye learned omasua ade a me betri binum asua kire da ebinum ya sofo Iria yesafa no YouTube enti no nipa ni bisa kohwe no akire ebinum ya asofo a omo ekokohwe ye enti no enema na ye besua ni nyina no mebo me ho modern se metumi aye ne yi se de be ya obetumi ate ase to de bia mekosro kakra bi to de bia meba o level no na aboa ma obia wuti bia na obi obehwe video ni bia o YouTube bia enya chefa ese ni ye enu nti no mebo me homoden se me mixe enema ne sana atumi aboa in the first place problem ba kwa ye wo ye na ye tai interpret Bible na ye tai kire Bible no se ye kai one verse bi na verse ne ka de bi na kire ase a na ye generalize ama ade ne wo Bible mu bia sani hu ade we bia wo Bible mu ase na ne kire ase ete eba enfie bi atwam no SDM mpo no akyerɛkyerɛfo bi edi kan na ye saa omo kyerɛkyerɛ yen saa tubon sani aye book bi abaya say prophecy symbols and their meanings ni atwere lion uhu lion bia ejino ma Babylon ahenie uhu bear ejino homa ayi Medo-Persia ahenie so uhu leopard ejino ma Greece ahenie na ye ton ye bisa infie bia atwamo panokrani eye brese ye ti ase se Bible no enrane sa enye adibia na ye tide gina homa bibia wo Bible mu behunu o Bible mu like lion na me de example no uko Bible no mu aye o ba bi wo ho a wo use lion edigina homa Babylon ahini ena ba bi won so o use lion e de kasa kire se odigina homa Yesu Kristo so ye the lion of the tribe of Judah edru baby no sibon sampo eruli like lion ana as a lion enti se ubetumi hu de ade na symbol na kire pana I just why the friend contextual analysis wahwe de enkomo no efa ho no atini asi sudua se enkomo ne fa ade we huntini e ade na mehu no wa ha ne nkyirase eni ebine enkomo aye ba bedi no ennei the sons of God and our son of God asichire ne say so for Bible na it was son of God and sons of God ne dey endorsed by the son of God e wo mebre na sons of God e wo mebre but son of God na endorse na your places bi o Bible no mu a edi nchinwa hyew kese abawiase ye befa bia baako na ya hwe no sede esiti ankasa ne adwene ho se na yesi interpret no 7-day Adventists entrengu omo fundamental belief mu de me be kan ti u be believe no more you will not see this. Any your minister's handbook mu, any elder's handbook mu. Nimum ehyehyehye me ayebi. Ti yetwini nyina ba beboa no e na matwe aboa no ye amene wo bedi hunkomo. Number 1, son of God and our sons of God. The first time I heard is sons of God in the Bible. Aya de ayehun wo Genesis chapter 6 and na your first one verse 1 to 5. Ye beken kan. Yan kan is here by ye besa kan. Genesis chapter 6 verse 1 to 5. And who first statement eka sons of God ho asem. Eno ye one tester ye behwem. The second tester ye behwem. Mame Gloria abeboa kenkama yen achiri. Job chapter 1 verse 6 and Job chapter 2 verse 1. Sa quotations mienu nyina bobo sons of God, sons of God. Ninchire mu yesay na yede ba ade ye behwem nti meno so nda utrim Job chapter 1 verse 6 and Job chapter 2 verse 1. And the next text I ever share Job chapter 38 verse 7. Job chapter 38 verse 7 and also about sons of God bi ho asem ewo ho. Old Testament ni mu de ebe hwe ni. By the New Testament ade bi beka ho na aboa me yate ase yi. To the New Testament so I ebe John chapter 1 verse 12. Ni ahwe Luke chapter 3 verse 38. Ni ahwe Romans chapter 8 verse 14. This is foundation. Me pillars me jina so na me de akasa. A lot of verses, Bible verses, spirit of prophecy verses beba aba be kan wo bi baren me pillars me jina so de akasa no enie. And ye sha se ene enko baako. Genesis chapter 6 verse 1 to 5. Ye be kan to boase mu. Na ya dwendwen ho. Mame Gloria say what be where you na Mr. Okan efama Genesis chapter 6.
Mama intie radiasem. Na enipa free asie do so asase so na wo mama ma won. Onyankopon mahunu. Onipa mama se wo na ware wo mu bia ope. Na Ewurade kan se me honhom entina onipa mu nkosi daa efiri se waye honam entini na beye mfie wo ha aduo enanu mu ni akire no na abrane akese wo asase so Onyankopon makọ onipa mama ho na wo mama wo yenum ne abrimpon wo din efiri titete na Ewurade hu
First of all, Mami kai brofo no so say now it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth and daughters were born to them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of man, that they were beautiful, and they took wives for themselves of all whom they chose. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not strive with man forever, for he is indeed flesh, yet his days shall be 120 years. There were giants on the earth in those days. And also after all, when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, they were born children to them. Those were the mighty men who were of old, men of renown. Assembly. Bentisa quotation way. And na empo asofo binom po ewo wiase na chirechire mu se asoro abofo bi ne sane enyame soma a omso mu medi dwuma wa asase so omo baaye no omo hwede na sede ni ema na ne wo ho that time no hu si ye fefa no omo ho akono fa no abofo na ntumi anhye omo ho so e na omo ne ma no ededaaye ware omo e na omo wo emma to man a woman no, and ye friend giants. Manoa. In the eyes of sort of one nipa. Oh, a brutal any Ghana, Africa, Ecosia, yes, a hybrid, am I a hybrid? Crossbreeding, am I a hybrid? In tubers, Akokono, Netibiana, aye, afra, se honey ho, ti omunchire moon say, above one in Nipama bedaya no, and na ya wo giant abraneno. Obi so chese Debbie. Sa test way. No say all real verse 4 no say sankrofo the great men of renown. Let's just say above what angels and sons of God no. The text was referring to and krofo le wodi ahemfo at that time. Great men at that time. And another Bible no refer to two interpretations that a wa bontin amakan we. Baako say yesro abofo ne bai. Baako so a great men and na was so na will refer to omo no church so omo yes sons of God, great men. Said the test ne kan no. Any o baako bi the last interpretation so far 3 ideas na wa bonten. The third one no any third one they say there be omo nya abofo na omunye great men asem bia na yeken na emom eye set asefo ho asem na wo kanti ye fresa theory no Sapphire's theory and as interpretations e wa bonten perfect yenga foundation we no ene mami musa say ye 7-day Adventists ye believe any in faith any de hin neko and the answer is 7-day Adventists, you believe any in faith, it goes in line with the third one. Adentina American is any young common kakra. Number 1, your friend be contest and come on never there and you go see the answer what me a draw line. Number 1, Uko wechia, you will Genesis chapter 4. Genesis chapter 4 no. Eka the descendants of Cain. Now, obeka descendants of Cain want to me and you be and can say, and mama ko 3 and obo mudi say omuye the descendants of Cain. Chapter 4, verse 19. You will get it. Bako de Nama. Bako de Zila. And the bako so de let me get you. It is very fair. Say over test now. You will love say the descendants of Cain from verse 16 Ebano. Or say then Lamech took for himself 2 wives. The name of one is Ada, and the name of the second is Zillah. That is number 1. No. It's Yamu Ada and Zillah. That is a ma bakwa 2 ewo ho enono. And the other lady no so ewa hanum Ada and Zillah. I'm looking for the other lady now okay no. E ma bako 3 verse 22. And as for Zillah, she also bore to Cain, an instructor of every craftsman and the bronze and iron. And the sister of Cain is Nama. Emma new verse 19 and verse 22. Obo Emma miensa din. Dwenwu se din tina. They all cast and the Bible nitimi bo ma miensa din at the very beginning of Genesis. Ewa abra enim se sabre no ne enkan ma even Adam kra no wo mama by an record omo. Na ye den na Cain ya record o mama din. Set ya wuni see Abel and ono so wo ma we will know it. Set so wo ma but wo mo ma ni din. E ye denti no kobo Cain asefo ma din. And ye dwen ho. You have to know the meaning of Sadina or boy, you know. Ada, you can say Ada. The meaning of Ada, the verb. The meaning of Ada, the Hebrew word Ada, it means to deck yourself with ornament or jewelry. So then some are there in your only a friend at that to deck yourself with ornament. And you can zilla. And also see another name one in Chassis and you could be was Psalms. One Psalms from Tree Bible, no go say, or can't be an no pan quotation, no, the BBA resources seller. What they are share bracket mu. A just musical notes. You can say sound. It's like making a sound. Sana michimo abeti says zilla. That's making sound. As it no. It is also there. A dean in Chirase no. Na di bibi two trims any yan two di kwa. Because ye nim say Cain or mumuna blacksmith yade ye nane niema de aye and se kani ade because tuba Cain ya kind is here or mumuna free buy then ya teacher say dina ye hu ye say ada no so de niema hwehwe ho then it was part of their behavior. Cain asefo no omumma no they were putting ornament on themselves na omo dressing entina say din ye hu no omumu no. Into Yehu contest nini. First one. And the second verse, chapter 5. Chapter 5 who the descendants of Seth. The descendants of Seth. Omo wasem. And wakaya abisiye. Owe chapter 5 na no say. Nipel dosono. That is chapter 6. Nyanko poma. And yebusa say. At the end, Tokwana na ekosu before sa chapter. Tokwana na ekosu say Cain believe we say nyamia pamona na nyamia rejecting no. And he say nyamika se monfa right or no ne dom de ever left. He has nothing to do with God. But certain say eye nyame nko na omu betie instructions. And certain na say for no they cherish the true knowledge of God. And come on you. And the verse na say Nyankopon mano. We believe say it was referring to the descendants of Seth omudi buoma urade and or refer to omo emema no ho asem. And nipa mano obi a wotena se a wontena se manyame bi otiase for self, and spirit of prophecy say to live for self is to perish. And sound crofo no Omo na Cain asefo no muntiera ni from say the sons of men and the nipama. This is the contest edikawo. And ye mu say a spirit of prophecy, dear na spirit of prophecy eka. The same testing till the spirit of prophecy eka ye. In fact, test we making kind every patriarchs and prophets. Patriarchs and prophets. Me kind okaye efa enkomokro ye ho page 80. Me come from page 80 and now chapter 6 of Patriarchs and Prophets. What two chapter need says Seth and Enoch. Asemo okaye first one and you was say to Adam was given another son to be the inheritor of the divine promise, the heir of the spiritual birthright, the name Seth, given to this son, signify appointed and compensation for said the mother. And yatu ni din Seth na se say obi ade ni be replace ya na ye di name mana sha nine. That is you kun Abel. And ya wo Seth sha 19 ne ma me can say obi a ye de na ye dey sha 9. Look at the account to us. God has appointed me another seed instead of Abel, whom Cain slew. Seth was of noble stature than Cain or Abel, and resembled Adam more closely than did his other sons. He was a wealthy character, following the steps of Abel. Until the Adenema say, spirit of prophecy say, Seth now say Adam Papa. No on never far Abel na ekunu ni tuo na otie de ne papa beka o cherish de ne papa ebeka nyinara. The first thing na yehunie yebuso a yesua ade no nti Mame Sanka Biomun Sanfamaway. Make for Spirit of Prophecy, Volume 1. Spirit of Prophecy, Volume 1. And when I make a day every. Tie. Spirit of Prophecy, Volume 1. Asemwa Okeni. And also what we did say, the flood. The flood. Chapter 9, chapter 7. Flood. Or say, those who honor and fear to offend God at first felt the curse, but lightly, while those who turn from God and tremble upon his authority felt the effect of the curse more heavily, especially in stature and nobleness of form. The descendants of Seth were called the sons of God. The descendants of Cain, the sons of man. As the sons of God mingled with the sons of men, they became corrupt, and by intermarriage with them, lost through the influence of their wives, their peculiar holy character, and united with the sons of Cain in their idolatry. But what is their test? In the Spirit of Prophecy say, sons of God now we're using with Genesis 1 chapter 6, now what they refer to the descendants of Seth, and as daughters of man now using and what they refer to the descendants of Cain and Mamana omode niema bia hyehyehye omo entity. This is the interpretation. 1. And I'm saying omo dress omode niema gugu omo ho no, omo namwa omo nante ema niema egugu omo ho na ewoso to make sound, to draw the attention of amanfo to themselves. And to set as if one man obuti awurade asem no saw those things to be quite different from omo man the omo yo. So they went in for them. They went in for them. The same thing they see with Isaiah no. Radical chapter 3 Isaiah nyameka say, and I'm saying your mama ya hantan or to abakon de da woni achi. What the anamon tiane na mawana sen kawaji jinti. Mema trimukro abuzi your mama pampem. Isaiah 3:16. Enti assembly a simple say. And yes, I bear na see from Cain breso to the sons of God in Genesis chapter 6, it's referring to the descendants of Seth according to context and according to Spirit of Prophecy. Yes, and you read the entire in the Bible, and Spirit of Prophecy can say, but if there was one sin above another which called for the destruction of the race by the flood, it was the base crime of amalgamation of men and beasts. And the Spirit of Prophecy use onokranko use the we can say daughters of man. No, or use beast because obia won't hear radia sembiano. You are just liking to obia as or yab watch as a woman. You don't think like nipa. To say between a kabumwa, our rain kabumwa, Yankopon crop for anyone that won't hear radia semno. Enya is the base crime of amalgamation, which defaces the image of God and cause confusion everywhere. God purposed to destroy by a flood that powerful, long-life race that had corrupted their ways before him. Enti Awurade and Adrian say, or the sad we ever say, nipa efrasasi we so. Said ya wana asoretia or no Awurade no, obetimi eliminate omo. All right. Yanka last verse. Every Spirit of Prophecy mu na yenhu said Spirit of Prophecy ekan the last verse baba bekan enie me kaya free chapter 6 na Spirit of Prophecy volume 1 na chapter 6 and page 65 paragraph 3 and wanna make kaya free Spirit of Prophecy volume 1 page 65 paragraph 3. I read, Seth was more noble stature than Cain or Abel, and resembled Adam more than any of his other sons. The descendants of Seth, the descendants of Seth had separated themselves from the wicked descendants of Cain. And he said as if no must separate themselves from Cain as if they weren't going in there to do bibia with them. Separate now the amount separate and you will say they cherish the knowledge of God's will, while the ungodly race of Cain had no respect for God and his sacred commandment. And the Cain as if for nyame ka bibi finto yet your ankasa pe. They are not no. But when men multiply, Ellen White at jump chapter 6, of Genesis, I can say no jump say. But when men multiply upon the earth, the descendants of Seth saw that the daughters of the descendants of Cain were very beautiful, and they departed from God and displeased him by taking wives as they chose of the idolatrous race of Cain. And me question me busa wo me trim na me say yi ano ne say I can say set asif one and I said na ne ho ofe okoton wa no ma se wo ofa eye den na wo amogya no be ye fe enti se na set ho ofe pa dia ene na ne mama no so ho ofe enti beauty ben ana omuhu ye beauty omuhu ye nyina na wo kan wasem eye oba na otoso 3 na ye bo ni din no Genesis chapter 4 Cain asif for na nama ye kan nama in Hebrew no the simple meaning and so a beauty but that beauty na friend and nama no a beauty a sexual ode wadagem enema na ekwokyere ode wadagem niema na ekere and your friend beauty mama example baako in a book of Samuel Samuel beka na ohini bi gina na ba nsoro so no hu se oba bi a o hye na dwa edware soja ni yire and was ohwe oba no na oba no ho ye ne fe the special David ma ye sade no so oba no ho fe no oba ni dware she was naked and also oba no ho fe David wasn't referring to physical beauty say nanim dia facial beauty. Rather, he was referring to something else. Ahofefu frobintimo a mpanimfo e woso nyina ate ase. Sa ahofe no ne friend nama. Enti na se kire ne say beauty na ema no da na di wo Cain asefo nim no anya beauty say facial ho asemo nemom how they dress to expose themselves. Omoja omo ho niema dresse o shatare de na nso aso won hwehwe na omo sa de niema gugu omo to draw the attentions of omo set asef for mema no and they went in for them and omo nso ma emma no so came in for set asef for omo ma mema no so came in for set asef for emma no because omo nso so ahu nkawa na ache afi na omo hu plain one. They can't dane we kofum we die na we fum we die ye nti de asotwe kase e ba wo mo so enti tester edin kan ye ho adwuma no de ye hu ne say contest and kire say ye soro abofo because soro abofo nkomode bia ni picture nim and say me fa the Hebrew na o de kire ye na sons of God no e wo ho na Hebrew mu o kire no the Hebrew word that o use ye no ben Elohim ye can ben Elohim as a said the son of God no it has nothing to do with obofo and the edin kan eno no ti test edin kan ena ma ye hu adwuma e de awie no ya kenkan the contest na Bible na contest akere ya call spirit of prophecy akere inti mawie first test Genesis chapter 6 asem na wo ho no enya soro abofo tinka ne ba bi adase abofo bi ne sane no antimi anhye okono so because New Testament Yesu kan say abofo no omo nware na yemfa omo ma ware asekere ne say above what gender we don't know. We don't know, though you call DBA as related to Bema, but we don't know the gender. Bible now focus on both gender, so you both ba and both Bema. We don't know. And the Bible no focus on both and how powerful they are. No, omuntu many nipa enya enhyiamudie se enamu nhyiamudie entumi nye ye. Throughout the Bible, obiara with any buffalo shia. Ni dimi na ni bibi asesa. And it is not true. Ya share spirit of prophecy so already. Nyame enam na ba waso ede edum wiase. Ya share that is test number 1. Mawie me ko test number 2 eso. To was me se bia na de ato e baba back na ode aba. Test number 2, Job chapter 1, verse 6, and chapter 2, verse 1. Mama Gloria.
Ose, na eba said that there was no dom, no baby general radianim, na Satan and so di wo mobile. Amen.
Amen. Nako chapter 2, no.
Verse 1. Ose. Na debi nso osoro dom sane ba se obegina awurade anim na Satan so di wo mobile se obegina awurade anim bi. Amen.
Amen. And the test way so adding into wahye bebre aba sa is the test referring to srabofo so omo ba be share awurade anim and our test ne refer to be before fro or say a baby dream, I mean, can free broth with him, said a bear, who west, no, a ye. Version mama kaya no, or say, Obo Crawford didn't say, young Osro domana. Obo Mudi say, Osro dom, good. To Osro dom tea. There's a Chino crown and direct a EBC picture, this I say, a be meeting being a call so Osro. It be share will ready and normal and that signal no. Brofone said, now, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan also came among them. Till you, also didn't make us a tree no de kofa adibi ma shiaunubino. One shada more heaven be a deal. The Akayan said, the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord. And Satan also came among them. He didn't come with them. He came among them. Shannonson. Coming with them and coming among them. There were two different light meaning be ever honum. Inti Shannonson ever hanum. And also so yam come way. Send ye besi adrenesa asem way ehon. Eye hwan mo asem and a walking. What do you call it? Above where if you was so by and one seminar oka and one the Ben Elohim or the sons of God or usually Yawahano, referring to group beer or Messiah meeting a was. I said they was they came to present themselves, not as Eddie Baby, but as said. Free baby and almost buy a report to be bre erade. Free baby and almost body report to be a bre erade. So the test itself, we're testing it crouching here. I say, and Crawford now obo mudi and now come wasem no. Omoni nyamin TWI is not on, they are not living with him. They live elsewhere, or at a point to be almost back. No, but the same thing they see here, chapter 2, no, so verse 1, or say a breath of Rubino, they came, or mobile beam, a breath of fro. That's it, real first, no, koye, and almost they, as I a bird beam, as I do almost I a baby tray, a radi. All right, and when I Job and come by, and I said, I came among them. Naturally say, one more air banner, Satan, or you use the word Satan. Yawangrophobia, sophobia interpret said, no, this meeting wasn't in heaven. I'm born in inertia. Don't fall for that. A meeting, of course, was a yamen crowfo in inertia. Nabonsam came among them, as you try to say. Directly, no. And yes, I was just a chinchilla castle, baby, but no, to me be a man of quality to me can't domo aircon. So he went in with them. I know I'm rem. And a radical son say, now what all free here never was assassin switching chinchin. Was in your wandering Makua Job. No, say, Anne, my dreaming name will moon wabon who by up to be a fan and one of me, no. No, senior quay, the old or senior opa. My men call famine san canera, the senior cock neco yet. That's the trend said. Oh, Bano, the incommodie the response on Nina may a ye or on it say. Na or exhibited to me be or baby and no free bar. In this case, earth as I see so no free bar. Now or exhibited dominion be before so all corner. And he went there. Oh, to me be mu. Till the last time yes, yeah, yes, at my school, me catch them. Psalm 8, verse 4-5, essay. Your boy Adam Veal, ye crowning as a king, as a ruler of planet way. And it's all they call testing on one. Let's just say, Eddie BB Shadum say, and it could be say, to me and not yet the man Adam no. And we quote here some said the Romans 6:16 said the Utiano on one or aquano no. O quote here Samintino or two said to me na ya dear man no. And the marbon some. And not just said to me and Cap Adam betting me their report to what is going on your planet we know. And now could the Brun Salmon Semno. And the nature said, Ocean China, a likely said, he went there on the authority of Adam. To me, the man I shall see no. He went there to sit and nature said Adam Netinaso. That is the picture. That is the picture. And the Assemblies say, Omoye kwaya ne asura bofo anase omoye adefofro. Clearly, say ora testing they are above what they are with God. But they went there to give a report. They said, yes, ubetimia kase omoya above anase omoya above. Young Concord reading phrase, spirit of prophecy, and someone E.G. White, Ekaye, the story of redemption. The story of redemption. And yama Okaye any the story of redemption. All right. The story of redemption. Say no can or say. Or said the Yamisi a government in Nema. No use word was say God assembled the angelic host to take measures to avert the threatened evil. It was decided in heaven's council for angels to visit Eden and warn Adam that he was in danger from the foe. 2 angels sped on their way to visit our first parent. Into a car after Bonsam rebellion was trying to free one of no. When you meet a meeting and meeting council, heavenly council no. Omo decide ye. Yes, osoro so wa badwa. Osoro e wa badwa. Eya omo so take decision na nkomodie na oka se ne abofo ntumirika nkobo Adam amamne de asie. No mu dimirika ye na omo babebo Adam amane. All right, the story of redemption, page 29. I read again. Or say, the commanders of the heavenly host, the sons of God, the representative of the unfallen worlds, are assembled. The heavenly council before which Lucifer had accused God and his sons the representatives of those sinless realms over which Satan had thought to establish his dominion, all are there to welcome the Redeemer. Story of redemption we bra Yesu ba bewu yo sorry ya okosoro no. Owura osoro no eho asem na okay no obobo eniema na wona na abadwa na ahia no no ose nkrofukuo bi wo ha ye from say omoye the representative of the unfallen world. Heavenly council nishia, they are called to come. The representative of the unfallen world. Let us say, enye ya sasi nkwa na Awurade boy ye won sasi bebre science for na say omahumu nine ene ye kakra ye si bi kura ayira. But Jidie kasa mfidie nye din science din mfidie na hwehwe ye ena jidie nso a kire se Awurade na ye wa ye nsase bi a edom wo so a omo nhwe ase asase ne hwe ase kotie bonsam womo a odi kan bo womo wa asase ne so no te say asase Adam no sankrofo ye from say representative enti ye asase no Adam was to be the representative of asase no. Heavenly council no committee they are called and the ocean chain and the baby to adwim say anye Job meeting na na ekoso aye say enkrofo bi ba ya obi di mu ba ye no. It's referring to enkrofo a omode report every planet ahodo bi Awurade ayoso nsase bi Awurade ayoso ebre Awurade omo no de sa title no ede ma wo mo asekyen say sankrofo ne de Adam de no etoto ho a sankrofo awo awusuo ne nipa aka ana ni ona tete sansa asem so awusuo nkope because Adam awusuo de ye bo no enye oba ne be ma na wo no ena sankrofo so wo Awurade di omo di kan wa sansa ase aye ka omo hwe ase no omo so ye nkrofo a ene omo so awusuo no yesi nyame na bo wo omo first to omo awusuo ne ya awusuo ne nya penti omo omo abodi special bi. Because you can't trace their father. You can't trace their mother. You can't say any we trace it to God. The Sancrophone or more title say, or we are sons of God. If you are say, make free mitimua. Yan can free Luke. Amen, Gloria. Luke chapter 3. Luke chapter 3, verse 38. Tia de osikano ewo. Luke chapter 3, verse 38. Luke chapter 3 name about the descendants of Jesus Christ. Ekosa Ediakosi Adam so. Oboboy and the last verse till the okaye.
Osi Enos eba. Seth ba. Adam ba. Unyankopon ba. Amen.
Amen. It will Adam so obodino. Unto mean trace to Obiano or do you the Son of God. Into the title Son of God no per usage who no New Testament no e dey to yentrim say any usage na nkasa no ejina o man krofo a o ma wusuo ene ya wusuo enyo pe enunti na 1 Corinthians chapter 15 ekoka say Jesus is the second Adam as it really say Yesu konya awusuo a ene ya awusuo nya pe e different from yenyina ya awusuo no na awusuo na yete se Adam awusuo ni bi free say enya oba ne bema na hia ma ye wo no awanwa kwan so ne enyem no ene ye wo no awanwa kwan so ne enyem no ena ye wo no eneza ode toto ho no a clearly no be hu ne say ene sa sense of God a wo poso mbehia no eyankrofo bi a wo awusuo ne ya awusuo na anya power do ontwetwa ensanse awodo a wayo no so they came to present what is happening to God. So in our case it was Adam who was supposed to represent yen, but as at that time na Adam akwa tie bonsam ahandi over 2 minutes the amabonsam Eya otimi gina Yesu anim verse 4 of Luke chapter 4 say, when nyina ye de amame so okoto sori me awiase ahinie no ye de amame. Adam presented it to him free of charge. And what the din juma to ya no ekire awurade asedan kenya me say Yesu agesa tumi na finisem enti Satan cannot go back to nyame and go to represent planet EBM before God. Only sa tumi no. Say na great controversy ekaye. Say na great controversy ekaye. Great controversy page 519. The scriptures declare that upon one occasion, when the angels of God came to present themselves before the Lord, Satan came also among them, not to bow before the eternal King, but to further his own malicious design against the righteous. With the same object, he is in attendance when men assemble for worship. And said oti ekwototo ya no yansu yehia se ye som se ikura na bonsam etumrika eba ho. Say na great controversy so can say great controversy issue ade en say angels of God. Angels of God. But all kind of story of redemption or the eniema hu do bi ekabo mu. Your friend be in Hebrew. Your friend will be I think simultaneous parallelism. Not what kind of different in different ways. One lie. That on our one verse. Not asynchronous. Nipaku eba ye. Teacher fwe. Sa akrati fwe eba ye. Omo ha dwene papa. And the first one nipakuo a teacher fwe, a cratchy fwe. Tis a one tears kasa kan womuna. You may think, say, I have 3 different groups, and one sem walker. But in that case, na all can pakro near a group back up asem. And the sana testing is the errane at the fire. And according to Job, chapter 1, chapter 2, it is clear. And I ask story of redemption, I will say, cancel nishia, angels, ewoho, representatives of unfallen worlds, no ewoho, and the sons of God also ewohonom. All right, and you know what sound say, and then I will treat as a different. The commanders of the angelic host up. Now Bonsam can hobi. No hobby. He was a commander. And the sons of God. Another title. And the representative of the unfallen worlds. Another title. But the same Hebrew parasem no. And wo use waha. Okadefra. And the council Lucia. And I'm saying, yan koda a vision and a revealing yama etro muntino. Or more presented your woman and a day mayen. In the Job chapter 1, verse 6, chapter 2, verse 1, picture or the mayeno, I am more complicated. But when it clearly Nenye abofo enana always share meeting no. The meeting was specifically for Unkrofo a omede report every erade from the aya erade do omo atua. Eno na bonsam nso ede ye report Job de no ekoye. That is the second test. The next test ne dey may have me ho. Next test ni is straightforward. But in Job 38 in verse 7. Mama kai verse 4 and son wako 7 no.
Mama inti ready as na wo bra me to asase fapem. Wo hu a kan. iti enson no ebra adehye soma bom to ahusi adwom na osoro dom enyina bo usi no. Amen.
Amen. Inti ha we use stars ewa hanom. Stars or they edi juma. And at the second one was akoko use sons of God no. Mama kan no enu use no adehye nsroma anyway. But okay brofo let me read from English no. Emfa emma teti niema mienu a obo mudi that Hebrew parism nana osadi di juma 38 verse 7. When the morning stars sang together and all the sons of God shouted for joy. Same word and same group and no, but can different ways. It is stars of morning no. At the same thing was after almost says sons of God. Now, sa adie we no. Nenchirasie nyina they are not referred to angels. This is angels ankasa. Enti yaka sons of God na yahu use a bi ababi o na wo use no they refer to crofo bi descendants bi. And yahu baby are all refer to crofo bi a the report ebreno from yaya odo matwetwa. And chapter 38 so my different picture. Say a Yonkodoradio omunso so eba ya obo ade no mo a omunso eto dwom. Number 1. Ye be mo ati ase say ye ka ya de corona no work na ya abofo. Number 1 ye ka stars a waka tren otwe ase ne de ni dua etwe osoro nsroma mu ntichemu miensa mu baako. Picture na ye dey abofo. Stars abofo. Me pese me kan every desire of ages mu edemayen. The whole picture desire of ages ka ho asem ewa ha. Page 334. Page 834 paragraph 1. Asem awo kanie. O say then the portals of the city of God are opened wide, and the angelic strong sweep through the gates amid the burst of rapturous music. In Tibra, yes, we are sorry, okay, Acts chapter 1, verse 11. Now say, Mununkum ejenifri yasuafo no ensem no. Mununkum no yuzu no was referring to above four, but clouds. Because when the one who say clouds, but one is sunny yani a sort of domini bishiano, and now no more okay dissolve ages now you get a picture very well. A sort of domini by ya no present or more as one say me clouds no aha good. Enti omune ko no dru one no osoro gate no ebie and abofo ne de nyom. There is the throne, and around it the rainbow of promise. There are cherubims and seraphims, the commanders of the angelic host, the sons of God, the representative of the unfallen worlds are assembled. The heavenly council before which Lucifer has accused God and the Son, the representative of those sinless realms over which Satan has thought to establish his dominion, are there to welcome the Redeemer. The picture in Obura Mune de Abofudom and then aircraft. And the creations of Abofudom Edi Jumawo Ejum Tuum Osra Abofon na Etojom Omona. In Revelation, or say bon something in via mu or can what the stars. And at the same place, or the above for Elsujino Asa de Amasa at the Croyai. enti kasakro no the Son of God no 3 different passages yenya 3 different ideas ewo adekro no a eho 3 different ideas ewo adekro no a ho enti Son of God se o use a Old Testament text akese no na me ne wa fam wawi no New Testament de men check we say enya de a yebetumi achewo New Testament New Testament text no Son of God no asechire nyina the usage of Son of God asechire nyina ye wo mo abaji awurade adie John chapter 1 verse 12 Wona oje no eno dodo oje ni din di ye no Oma wontumi say onye nyankopon ma. They were given power to be called sons or daughters of God. As a training any. O mama no papa ne wo. But so be je awurade Yesu di pa. The first thing that is silly with GDA. Mark chapter 16 verse 15 and 16. Mark chapter 16 verse 15 and 16. Awurade asem say munko wiase. Na monko ka sempa no enkyere wo mo die ogidie na wo bonasu no enti gidie goes in line with baptism enti dodo a wogie no the interpretation should be dodo a wogie no in a way we accept no wodi no homa no kwaye obi di no homa awurade eyese wo no foforo enti so do homa awurade na ye wo foforo a so what it implies ne say what cancel the physical birth now mama de ma wo no o mama no papa wo no de ma physically no you have cancelled that one what say there nyame bi wo foforo enti ye trace papa we don't see your physical father no ye trace mama we don't see your physical mother no rather ye trace to our foforo na wanya no. And it is based on this new life and a new birth and yetimi kase will be a son of God in the New Testament. But before saying that Yesu now the title Son of God was given to Christ alone in the New Testament. But who was afraid yet? Metini awo mu nyina afoforo. It come to me, I will cancel the first birth and give you another one. And it's all by Yesu or cancel the first birth no. Odo huma ni wia or cancel the first birth no amount another birth. And based on that, no agina so aka say, "Wo ye meba." That's the picture. And throughout the New Testament, after the birth and resurrection, the death and resurrection of Christ and the ascension, the sons of God, Yenyinaya qualified to get that title. Yenyinaya qualified. I feel there and special thing for abophobia and a special thing for crophobia. We all qualify to be called sons of God. Qualify daughters can you sons of God. The title is one, sons of God. You have to qualify the name of the count. You penty aka daughters said they were young as a train apo. But sons of God a qualifying in Nara. As I try to say, wow, I am for now I will for now the no the friend God into your Ben Elohim. The Hebrew word Ben Elohim, the Son of God. And throughout the Bible, sons of God usage. Ena meneu abobo hu kakra ma yeme film die serebe ya me de beba form kakra na me mfa terms ahodo bi ma me hab yemu bebre but be ya ahodo a me use terms no etwa se eba ne sa enu nti na me use ye. Nti sons of God hu nkomodie no eno eni ti baby a wo pese wo behu se watwe sons of God or Bible baby a be kan no empre wo njeje. Know the context and san wo hu how o use no na wo hu ne sa ebetumi aboa wo pa eyi awrade nhyen yen kan the last verse Romans chapter 8 verse 14. Last verse na asembisa na emwa bebre emra.
Pacho se na dodo a Onyankopɔn nhum di won kan no. Ona oye Onyankopɔn. Amen.
Amen. Another picture how to claim the title no any. Say ye wo fofra picture isi ye no ye bo Yesu asuwie no Matthew 3 verse 15 to 17. Owo nsuo nim so mbeka ya osi Nyankopɔn hum sane ne so. Tian so ye ba Awurade Nyankopɔn ho se onwo ye mfofra. Ese wo ye mfofro na omaye ne honhom. Na ne honhom na ode maye no. Honhom ne ba bedi dwuma soronko bi e de maye. Ebe churche ye nkwan. Inti de honhom ne kase kobenkum. Ese wo kobenkum wono mo a. Eni gi seme wo mi say you are called the son of God. So honhom ne kase konifa na konifa wa, it means say you are claiming the title the son of God. But honhom ne kase konifa menko kobenkum menko. That title no. Se wo kwa asori a eda so kwa. Ebi enyame anim no. You don't bear that title anymore. See Awurade asem nya wo foforo se wo mfa ho ma Awurade fully a minka se wo masu o mfa ho because emu be fra boss but still Awurade nim ye na ye nso kra ye nim no. Give your life to him fully. Be directed by the Spirit of God directions. Na Awurade beboa the title Son of God no as used in the New Testament no on sabetumi akabi. Brown wapeja wonsa.
Ofo. Yankupo Israel for why ni na also go home de why ni na. Think that yeah mark and remember 99.9.
Amen.
Yeah, today we say no and now what church no a complication but why are there about modern I mean so no more
Amen.
Sakura make and say what me I would see story of redemption no but what see a bra thing ni Abel ni no Adam eka edin nsema esi ho nyina omu free ho no rante ni mienu
Yeah.
o se okaye no tembu wi yame se adenti no pamo ne papa mo den wam so this ani o man be ye adwuma na obo ne bra senia ope na kin Abel die oye ositie ma nsamo ane papa o kachre ni nyina onu de ni bu Nyankopon so ajeje ne ma amene ne papa ta ani le lidi no into so oye enipa ma enti yenso se die ye ti nyina no jamfa anya juma e be cha so aye onipa ma na se die juma so mun so odokun eja ne dia doyen se yenso o free nyame ma aye yenso ade be ye no enya med enti asodin ene bebia ebe kombia ebe ya teno mo yenfo Nyankopon akwantre no so aya anane nipa ma ya Nyankopon ma na Bible say so Nyankopon kura so ya no a obetiko ni din ena egu ya mu ma so ya ma so nyame kura what this ya no
Right. That's Mame Brown. That's Elder Richard Donko.
But me shall be brave. I want to share the amai. It the any about some more the my no. I say Mase busa mi kwose. Adisua mi ehu awo foforo. Awo foforo no mase busa mi kwose. Ewi asefo nkoa na wo se wo mo foforo. Ana ya asafo ye ka ho. Ya sofo mo ne ya so mpanyimfo a ye kyerɛkyerɛ ne ade nyinaa so. Ye so ye mu bi wo hɔ a saa ofoforo no se ye wo ye biana ana ye de ihia saa ofoforo no. Minim se mo kwose ni mu da hɔ de a.
Emu da opa da. Pacho se obi wo mo bi opeso de boa asem bi sa be ya ebetimi de aba.
That pacho question no with media my dream tre me wanna say our foforo no say nyame frɛ wo ba ne nan ase a eno mpo no pese wo sesa no. For instance me say na me nye Adventist na ewom say me kɔ asɔre ewo Sunday asɔre ne yi eno no still nyame afrɛ me aba ne nan ase o nanso so o san frɛ me ba SDA mu se ne be ya afa de me nante no krem na no kre no sanctify me na mananti gidie mu nso na spirit and truth, walking in spirit and truth no ebe mama ye ofro nti te say disciples ne say almost how many nyame nante ya when Jesus nante ya so still omunya fire no say on the day of Pentecost say ebe wo won foforo nti me to me no me gidi say yes nyame frɛ ye ba ni nyanko mu ana afei wa we foforo. Amen.
Amen. Ewiase nyinaa hia awo foforo. Ti Yesu ba be kasa kyerɛ wɔn sɛ monkɔ wiase nyinaa nkɔyɛ masuafo. Nkɔka asɛmpa ne nkyerɛ wiase nyinaa. Before so omo a obesom omo akɔ no ayɛ omo ho adwuma for years. Even the wachi omo sa call back. So omo kwa akɔyɛ omo adwuma ne ade and he came back to redirect them to tax ano de agya omo. As a training say, before you even claim say wo konyame asoma no, you need him first. You need a marching orders from him before you even move out. Te wiase nyina ne hia wo foforo. Se wiase nyina be hia wo foforo de a, omo a kyekye nipa de kwa wo foforo no kwan so no, they need our foforo ni bebre. As a training say, asofo hia wo foforo pa. Asɔre mpanimfo hia wo foforo pa. Na wo foforo nye da bia na ye wo foforo. Da bio. Da kopɛ ne ba. Na won sakra wo foforo no one day ni wi a you grow in it. Unyini wo mu. Enti wo hwɛ wakwa yie sɛ enema enko yie no wo be yi afiri mu no onyini wa wo foforo ni mu. Ano ne afra ne sɛ experience of salvation. Our your fundamental belief, you know. After experience of salvation, you know, you have to grow. You have to grow. And take a say winyini. Tiasofo hia. Asafo manso ye de ehia. Asori mpanimfo hia ne moho. Oni asofo. Se mo na mo bo a kyerɛkyerɛ nipa sɛ obehunu saa awo foforo na kwan. Na wo kyerɛ na wa unim kwan na warɛ ho sɛm no nsɛ so. Ti ye nyina ye hia. Ye mo ye ho mmɔden sɛ ye betumi anante awo foforo no a ɔde ama ye no emuyie etimi de yɛsie. Mame Brown WhatsApp page a won sakasa.
Okay, me dem fa mama no papa no question no.
All right. Nti I don't compare say oh you okay and now will follow up be na addition be a person or the can baby.
Asa madam wani nyina so yento aso.
All right. Mame Brown okay say we are exploring the word. Also swap ya one sir. Mame Brown.
Enka we hu na ka me ba.
Oh Kenya boa na Mame Brown embra.
John 3 no.
All right. John chapter 3.
Nicodemus example no eboya ma ye hu se ya dia onipa bi ye hia titiro ena kendi 40 Israel mu churchfo se Nicodemus oba Yesu nkyɛn na dwubi ye to sum ye no eye ebrene bra no nso so no se ohwe ne so ahofo na ho aba asɛm wa ebetima ye ho adwuma wɔ Awurade adidi ebre no ye to sum yensa se wa ho sa afidi agye nsɛm kora no a ebetima ye ho adwuma bio ewo Acts chapter 19 verse 1 to 7 agiri fo na Paul ko hia mo wɔ Ephesus no so mo san enya esubo bio afoforo bio onchomanosi amen.
Very good. Eda sepa eda. Mame Brown kasa.
Okay, so from that, really, maybe na a bit near boy but near Casano, the Bibisa. I say, na upon some ya pamano, if we have it. Na a dear nana, a mano, enough more when you think for having him. You said, story of redemption, but me per se, a dear not a boy.
Alright.
You're too old for home. Nothing young couple make with you on a more. To me, then I will tell the folk, dear, but I don't know if you are not for having her. Where then?
Alright, indeed. As a miss Anna Abano. Alright, indeed, no test no. For now, test I want to try and say. Na enye da bia na wotumi kɔ but bebre bi wɔ hɔ a wotumi kɔ hɔ ɛkɔ toto ya no ɛno na yehu wɔ adesua nim sɛ take it na de kɔ no Adam de kɔ no he took that take it from Adam ɛna ɔde kɔɔyɛ nti he was claiming ownership. We are saying dear. Even yes, you cry so cut also say Anne where we are so different. He had the dominion. It can say, you cry Adam. A dominion can say Adam. He took it from Adam. Tonight here will be over baby claim and now baby redeem Sadia na kodi no. And then Galatians chapter 4 verse 4 say, Ebre ni wie dru no. Onyankopon soma ne ba ema oba wo no. Ema wo no emra as born under the law. The enye 10 commandments law ho asem. There was a law. Leviticus chapter 25 verse 40 to 48. Okay, you see the law over there. Your friend, the Hebrew story of redemption. That is the law. That is the picture. The Hebrew story of redemption. Story near simple. So what to Japadi fear Japadi ma ubia. Obi betimi claim the back. Number 1, wa oton ye na kwan be so a. Kwan betimi claim the back say. So when some ewobribia, you claim it back. Wow, and so when some wobribia, you can go back for it. And 2, so when some nishi na ebia ye can crowd and crowni wa. Any close relative can go for it. Close relative moja. Na say ono de no etwa so. For that, as a Chinese say, Sisika ni wa betimi dia ya ono de no homa. So de no ba for there a japade ne mra. That is a dia ne da ho se ka say de obetumi agye ade na akodi bonsam Lucifer ho no obeye. Yenti Yesu awo se ekofa Mary awon fa no nka be mada na Bible no stress on that. The Bible was specific. All the writings, even Quran, Surah chapter 3, Surah Imran chapter 3, Surah chapter 19, Surah Maryam. Obia stress on it. Say Mary, no fan on can be mother. He say, yeah, yes, I walk off fast, and then you pow. Everything was part of the plan of redemption. Everything was carefully planned and orchestrated in order to save God. And it's all kind. First Corinthians no aka say nyankopon ye sakasaka ye nyankopon na oye pepe yo nyankopon meanings ne doso. Onyame we exercise power and fanya hwiu. O fan hwehwe yeso. Na wa ye na ade na wa gye ne ma. To okofa sa awo no. For Christ said the be Christ betimi bear the title Son of God. Said the be na wusuo mana ne title no ebe ma na tumi amotimi abaye close relative to Adam. Enti sa awusuo no ofa na enye ba ne be ma ne hia ne ewo no kase enye obi kosua ne obi enkwansuo bi ane enkwanmoa bi na ekohia ye ena ekwawo no nemom say the Quran no kra de o kama ne ye de. Surah chapter 3 verse 45. Or say, the angel said to Maryam, Allah brings you the glad tidings of the word be, and he was. That is Isa. By simple interpretation. Before the Becca said, Mary asem dana ba yo. Or say dear basem was a nyem. Now I nyem. Said you a fire no. And no nebuah Christ meaning that title, Son of God. Send ye besan there, and then Yakof say, Luke chapter 3, verse 38. Adam was called Son of God. And so we are banzo benya the same title, they are that person, eba be the close relative to Adam. Nene as a training and say, it was only Christ who qualifies to redeem us. And so kone se kramoni bi anase obi oye okenka nkramofo niema eka kyerɛw sɛ enye Yesu ne wuye at the cross. He was exchanged for somebody. Ayatro I me Islamic teachings more. Enye Islamic teachings na me no wa say be a sorry be per se me this adwuma no ma na I will do it. Say ore test ewo Quran ni mu nyina na de betoto ho a asekire ne se senye Yesu a obia ntumi ngisa tumi ni mfiri bonsam. This tumi ana asuafo ne wo mo de gina bonten pa mu se ye ni di bia wo soro asasi so ode ama nipa ma se wo mmo enum no obaji ne nkwa no agi Yesu din no nkwa na o nka ne kwa. They knew what they were saying. It was true. Yesu nkwa ne be sa title no tina Paul say 1 Corinthians 15 Paul say or your second Adam no be redeeming ade no the tumia na ode toto ya no kire agya no every day no eni ho biem e wo Jesus Christ nsem.
Amen.
Ebre ne beba obeba betore no so re ayi na firi wo kra ama ye ho atoye. Enti die ntia no otimi ko ekototo ya no ebi eno ne abobo so yi no but satumi no eni ho biem ti ontimi nkototo ya be say dia de oye say ototo ya wo kire ya adwen wo bompaye wo ongai jai paye na wo bonjade wo kire no wo nte obu ya ho abam kire ya nkasa. But ni gisem ne say said your bonity bia no say you realize your phone so a ne ye ba be ka kire na obeboa ye ayi afri sa phone so nim enti ma bonsam animu so obonsam person no e de wo ho nte why boni a why boni b e de intimidate wa ma wani nye go okai u bia na Cause na one fache no ano
no.
say bonsa person use that idea to intimidate you person or child say and now you are born and now you are born you don't qualify to be called son of God. Mr. Wo kra picture say wo free say or kai wo say with your born fache. Don't focus on him, rather go to God and ask for forgiveness. Ade abonsa mu ntwa ho ntro aya bone a waye ondwa ho ntro obeka chos waye entu okache o dia akosre na Awurade Nyankopon beboa wo enti de ode ba so ode be seye no nyame ma ehwe so de tutu o makwan eyi Awurade shro onadumti amen
Amen.
Amen brown se busu osro
Amen.
Rachel, now me take me quotation you tell the other part.
quotation is say
On say Abraham yes to Zacchaeus no. Or say the worker says Sadia no obi antimi imagine free up on some no. Or say Zacchaeus is form. Only papa by say obehwehwe nyoma
yeah
any ask me your feedback but I didn't hear be back we no you know. It's on say na Adam to me call heaven but it's sign say bonnie by no bonnie as say nyoma bebre na enoma bebre so ayira na Adam on to me nye dey enye biom nti saa nyoma ni na Yesu si oba be no na say scientist o me say ya discover nyame saa nyoma ni nyina dada na bonnie nti ebe say ye enu na Yesu say oba behwehwe die ayira ni nyina no wasan die ade nyina de amai back to Eden enti no kre say to me kra na Adam timidi call heaven direct no say chire no na sadia na ayira say otimi call physical no eni obi me da se pa na mi shira me de support addition that's
all right but your foforo bi ho edamo ahodo ni nyina ase adwuma mpanimfo de share me nsa no me de Awurade asese metumi aye me famu de me sure Awurade se onton super enguso ebi announce o different viewer whichever way no the pese ka nyina ne se Awurade Nyankopon ebuso ne ma ekasa na de wadan wadi atreyen edoso na de yegitum ena me ne wo afamu yi yanye hwe ntum se srabofo bi na ne obi bede daaye we don't believe in that a contest no Bible na any spirit of prophecy and nature na ni disam na ne say ye kosa din ho Old Testament ye ba New Testament ye jai ko say din no you don't spend much time or who to know who qualifies to get that name as a trainer say nyina Yesu ti ye nyina yanso aba benya sa title no ho akwanya say de ho ma no nko ade a ne mahu no pa ye nyina ya ba benya akwanya e wo sa title no ho enti Awurade nhyira so mfa mai kame di si ba mame tiwa apejanensa mame tiwa 1 kasa
Pastor, bedasi Nyankopon so da se pa adesua no sesa toya akoma so ma mu asem ko so obisa enti mu se din na ba na asem no egwura ye pa na kakra me saka ubewie de wo kan ya no se ya na eduru me bi a Satan boy ekwadu awon niam bi a ya ye ho enti eba se ye bom pa ye kura na abona no yi esinto atre ye Tibasa na ene Nyankopɔn ase sa se Satan no de wonye ye no onka na no kwasempa na baako a mesa akaka won se wo se woni pa bi nso wo hɔ a waye bone a wo hu se waye bone sila de waye no na ni gide wo ye ho ebi kura na bibi bakasa ato sade a wo ye ade na enye se obenya nuhu no emfa na ho kura sila na obekwa animu na saa fo no so no se na ye beka afasa o makuma prim no ehu no se tan yi watensa na emra wo bom paye no woni ba ho so nkranhya wo de amaye no se ye maye ni ba ye ho so ne ekoso ne ye bom paye ne nyame ye wubuhu fo se ya ankohu bie mo de ye bo na be cheye na obi won so a ade na 10 ye ne be ba so stila no na wa ye wa dwe se wu mfi de wo ya na wo ye eno mpa cho ye be kan se
Omo was samre yo no pan ye so far omo a they claim to know more. Ebi asofo bi asoru mpanimfo. Unim nyase wanyi ntumo na kuma mu pa no wa accept. Na kuma mu no wa accept ba ni so. Eye pride e kabonsam suban ho. Pride number 1 subaya de no hwe ase no pride nti adena me baba gya tum se ma yemfo so nti mo se obitimi ya ade bi se eda we de ankoyi pacho mempa and also so a form of rebellion to God atuate ba akonso esu no eno no o rebelling and no bi so no and he said what I experience sa de ni bi wo abrabo ma mesra wo hwe ni ye say yam funso nko a twa se wa accept na opa ho chew enye before nipa before God but ya de etie nipa before man so ka ho ma so yo bi a wotai edi ho achinya so de free nyame kwa so aba fom a ama aware bebragu aware bebra say because of sad way papa yam funso obepa chew na asundua ba no igo ompa chew me na me bema oba yam funso obepa chew na asundua me mpa chew adai na atete me sa maka maya maye agu aware bebre koso engu ya ma omo titi mu ba agu omo konkon ho keke omo tifi ho keke batagu eye saadi ye bi eni enim so o Bible mu se Awurade Nyankopon aware na safo according to the Bible 2 Corinthians chapter 11 Ephesians chapter 5 onyame aware ne nkrofo nyina seyire enti yanso so se ye fom no ye kunu no esi ye accepting panichawa ugu aware no enti fashe odirimu saa se wo exhibit saa character ni bia enye me repeat bi omo etanya saa how ne ye wo mo a empempi no omo claim say they know more onim bebre ti onyo na be kire ne hwe saa fo ntanya saa how no ba nya obi a ne nya bi saa ti se wo te saa etwa se otimi bo ho moden na otumi ejemu. The more you negotiate with sin, the value or the image or the scare image of sin diminishes. I'm taking it again. If you bargain with sinner, the magnitude of it goes down. So anybody yi otama kwa anybody yi okay and yes I also mamindi ammonia bomua okay some diabomu ne fra no na ye jollof na okay semetim abomu no tumanum na metim woni gusu wi a samindi medi we separate ana medika di abomu no na medi mo meka ho a you are bargaining with sin Sani emu bebree ye. O se asempna twenye. Okay, de we de. Mama fam ne kakra bi. Yes, we mama nye say you are bargaining with into the value, the magnitude of it ebe from. Ti emu bebree ya bargaining ache. Ti boni bi okra ye hu say e bone. Erade nkan ho ye brena so. No mo e wona dom nti amen. Mama Rose, aso we me di say o pon ye.
Amen. I'm sure so.
Mama Rose, say o pon ye. Alright, yamo mpa ye. Obi peso obo akakra o. Na time nso aso na ana yetime bro so kakra bi.
Okay, kakra
o. Na kakra bi di afa ka bi o.
Oh, some more cafe. Bunny says, say, yeah, dear. Well, who ya be say ya, mpaibo, kayan mpaibo. It's almost a name man who so the one who so you understand it. A chero so quite chero mano. Nanyame beboa amene niabano. Amen.
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 Radin shram nyina me dan panimfo asese mo sa to mo nsa frɛ me na me nsa ba biem sɛ ebrepam nyame ma yakwanya biem a yebehia ana ensɔre ahodo bi a me programs wo mu no sɛ uhyia me ho biem nso a nhyira ma ye nyina radin shra edom wo wa ha nyina na onka obiara ho ye mo empire yɛda wase enyame pa nipa emre yo yafa ebi na yɛka ne mprempren sɛ tɔda bi mpo a bɔne a yɛayɛ atia no yɛnyi ntumpo sɛ yɛ bɔne fu sɛ yɛadwen na aboaboa nneɛma no ama afei de yɛhu bɔne hu a ɛyɛ ɛnɛ wɔnam adesua so sɛ ɛdin a na ebi pere ho ebi se ɛyɛ sɛ ebi se ɛyɛ sɛ no yɛbrɛ yi so deɛ sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛbɛtumi anya saa din no bi ɛne sɛ yɛde yɛn ho bɛma wo na yɛde honhom konkron no akwankyerɛ bɛkɔ yɛsrɛw sɛ yɛaka akyi wɔ ho a Yesu din mu yɛsrɛw koma yɛn wodin konkron no nti anwummerɛ hwɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛso yɛwura wo homeda konkron mu ɛberɛ wo bɛhyira ɛberɛ yi ebi bɛnya nnome wo mma deɛ yɛsrɛw ma yɛnya nhyira sɛ nneɛma bi bɛba yɛ kwan mu a ɛbɛfrɛ no me ama yɛ a Yesu din mu ɛyɛ abɔnadane ma yɛn abisadeɛ bebree na ɔmade te w'anim ha ebi yɛ yare o ebi yɛ nkratasɛm ebi yɛ awareɛ ebi yɛ yɛfunumu akyɛdeɛ ne ɛbɛso wɔ biara ɛma ne nyɛ mfonsuo nsɛntia w'akyɛdeɛ n'akyi obɛnya ne brɛ mu fa dom yɛn yɛbisa na yɛasrɛ wɔ Yesu din mu nti